jokes tonight. So coming to the stage is Steve Rowe. Come on up, Steve.
You can see I brought the AARP crowd here with me. Last time I stood in front of a crowd this size, I had to say, it's been 60 days since my last drink. And that was a lie, too. You know, quick quiz. What goes into 15 twice? Jeffrey Epstein. Or if you're English, Prince Andrew. You know, I'm pretty sure that for me to die with a clear conscience, I'm going to have Alzheimer's. Just kind of a fun fact there for you. I think I'm a Friday baby. You know, if you look at me, I think I'm everything that was left over. I've got a big torso, little legs. Big nose, no chin. Thank God I got a big penis. I just wish it was white. I kind of have a lot of low self-esteem, and I think I know where it comes from. As a child, all my baby pictures, what I thought was infantile acne, it turns out were coat hanger marks.
Dang!
Is that sadness? You know what? At my first well check, my mother tied her own tubes. That's kind of a sad statement there. And my pediatrician, right after that, told my parents that I was masturbating so much that I was developing symptoms of shaken baby syndrome, which was actually kind of fun. And back then, we didn't have the internet, so you couldn't stream porn. We had magazines, which is probably a good thing, because if I was streaming porn, I'm not sure I could have survived that. But I probably would have had a lot less paper cuts. You know, my dad would take me swimming all the time. He would row me out in a boat and have me swim to shore. And the swimming was the easy part. The hard part was getting out of that hefty bag. Those things are really hard to tear. I remember my dad said, son, you have to stop masturbating. And I said, why, Dad, why? And he said, because it's Thanksgiving dinner. I remember asking my dad, I said, Dad, am I adopted? And he said, no, son, not yet. But my dad, he was a fighter. He was a fighter till the end. I remember when he was really sick and on death's bed, he would rally and push that pillow off his face. It was something to see. He was an atlas. You know, I just went through the Ancestry, and Ancestry.com, and I realized, I always knew that I was part Indian, little Cherokee, and it turns out that my great-great-great-grandfather was full Cherokee, and they said he was a brave fucker because he was gay. Brave fucker, gay. Okay, and he used to run away all the time, but then he would come back, and they finally said, well, why do you always come back? And he said, well, I can't leave my little brothers behind. Okay. Those come from the diary of two dogs fucking. My kids just had a child, so I'm now a grandparent. And with that comes some unusual things. You're supposed to choose your name, which is something that when you're younger, you never think of that. And when they ask you to choose a name, they won't really let you take the name you choose, because I wanted Thunder Dick, and I wanted my wife to be Broken Pussy. Because I just thought that kid would have some great street cred. Here come Thunder Dick and Broken Pussy. Wouldn't that have been great? But no, those snowflake bastards. And then they get all crazy, because I gave the baby Viagra, and they said, well, what are you doing that? I said, well, now he can't roll out of bed. Which it works. It's like a kickstand. And I told him, I said, we didn't have Viagra when you were kids. We had to put a stick in your ass. kind of true. So then you start doing a lot of these little kid stories, you know, and one of them was Mary Had a Little Lamb. Now, if that's not the most pertinent reason for pro-choice, I don't know what it is, you know? Because it turns out that the ram claims that that was retribution for what Mary's father had been doing to the flock. And then the ram committed suicide, but it turns out that the farm was on the Clinton Foundation. So I've been married for 42 years. 42 years. My lovely wife out there, which means it means one thing. Had I been a POW, I would have been unbreakable. You can't break me. But marriage is compromise. We found compromise, and one of the compromises is I like sex, and my wife likes to sleep. Thank you, Dr. Huxtable. For the longest time, I thought my wife was Chinese because I would beg for sex and she'd go, wonton, wonton. Turns out she's dyslexic. That's backwards. Not now, not now. Okay, I'm getting the signal that I've offended everyone that I can, so that's my time. Thanks.
All right, that's Steve Rowe. Steve Rowe, who's now a granddad. And hopefully not telling bedtime stories. Ever. Ever. All right.